Welcome to Deep Space Yoga. I am thrilled you guys are here. Thank you for showing up. So in our practice today, we're going to be really laying the groundwork for our yoga practice, understanding the fundamentals and proper alignment, and also really understanding how to work with our breath into this practice, because the breath in yoga is the key element. We really want to take our time in each pose to take full, complete breaths using the full capacity of the lungs. So this practice is going to teach us not only how to breathe properly, but it's also going to open us up, stretch the muscles out, and get us stronger all at the same time. It really has a strong way of clearing the body out, clearing the mind, so that we can be in the present moment. So there's a few things to keep in mind when you're doing this practice of yoga. First of all, this concept between tension and relaxation is important to understand, because we want to create enough tension and stress in the body so that the practice is working on us, so that we're really actually feeling it. But we want to do this with ease. We want to move into these poses with ease and mindfulness. So we know that this practice is working for us as we flex and engage the muscles, but we want to do that in a relaxed way. So finding this balance between effort and ease is going to be important, and we'll continue to discover this concept and explore it in future videos. Now, another key part to this yoga practice is our breath. You're going to hear me talk about the breath a lot. I love the breath. It's become one of my best friends in life, and in our yoga practice, it is our best friend. So we want to be focusing on the breath and still moving in these poses with mindfulness. So we're really learning to spread our awareness throughout the body and at the same time keep it focused on the breath. So finding this balance between the breath and effort is something that we'll discover as this practice unfolds for us. This is such an amazing practice. I know you guys are going to love it, and we're going to have fun doing it, because this practice is about fun. It's about bringing joy and positivity into our life, because we have a way of collecting things, right? We collect stress, we collect the past and the history and what we think things should be, and all these things, right? And yoga has a way of just clearing that stuff out from the body, from the mind, and allowing us to be in the present moment with some ease, with some relaxation. And I love this practice because it teaches us how to relax, but it also teaches intensity. You guys are going to love it. I am thrilled you're here. So let's get started. In this first practice, we're just going to be laying the groundwork, taking it real easy, learning the fundamentals to some of these poses, and learning how to connect with our breath. Now, pro tip, friends, when you're doing these practices, especially yoga and breath work and meditation, you really want to watch your diet. All right. We know intuitively what's good for us. Okay. So watch what you eat when you're doing this practices. You're going to feel the benefits a lot better if we work with our diet along with this practice. And I wouldn't eat a big meal before I practice yoga or breath work. So be mindful of that. All right, guys, let's go ahead, get started laying down on the mat. This is typically where we start our yoga practices. It gives us a chance to connect to our breath. So let's go ahead and lay down. You'll notice that I have props above me, a blanket and 2 blocks. They aren't necessary, but if you have props, they absolutely help out with the practice. So consider some props for the future practice. As we lay down, flip the palms up towards the ceiling. Let the arms rest along the side of the body. Lengthen the legs. Let the feet fall off to the sides. Now start to tune in to my voice and start to apply what you hear into the body. So at times you may have to look up at the screen to see what's going on, especially if you're just beginning. But as soon as you realize the pose and the position, start to feel it within your body. Now you may see me move around. You stay in alignment with where you start. Let's begin. Go ahead and start with an exhale breath. Get completely empty. Then we'll take an inhale through the nose into the belly all the way up to the chest. And an open mouth exhale. Inhale through the nose into the belly up to the chest. Exhale out the mouth. Continue with a few cycles of breath. Give yourself this time to arrive, to relax. Nothing left to do except listen, breathe, and move. One more cleansing breath in through the nose, into the belly, through the sides of the body, all the way up to the chest. Open mouth, exhale. Close the lips, start to breathe in and out through the nose. We call this Ujjayi Pranayama. Find an inhale for about 4 or 5 seconds. You can pause at the top for a moment and then exhale for about 4 or 5 seconds. Notice the natural pause at the bottom of the breath. And inhale, exhale. So establish this connection to your breath, breathing in and out of the nose. And we'll keep our focus on the breathing, and we'll add a little bit of movement. Now, if there's some poses that just don't quite work for your body, you can find a neutral position. You can modify in any way. If you want to add on to your practice, feel free to. Just do your best to keep up. Let's go ahead and plant the feet into the ground about mat distance apart. Point the toes forward, drop the knees to the left and then to the right. Back and forth a few times, left to right. Keep breathing in and out of the nose. Good. Go ahead and pull the knees into the chest, some small circles on the lower back. You can wrap the arms around the shins or place the palms on tops of the knees. Circle in the opposite direction. Good. Grab the backs of the hamstrings, lengthen the legs up towards the ceiling, reach through the heels, and point through the toes. Circle out the ankles. Circle in the opposite direction. Good. Happy baby. Grab the outer edges of the feet. Start to pull the feet and the knees towards the ground. Now try to keep the lower back along the mat. Little rock left to right. Now if this doesn't quite work, you can bring the soles of the feet together in this butterfly pose, grabbing the ankles. Good. Pull the right knee into the chest. Extend the left leg out long. Supine twist. Bring this right leg across the body. Arms come out wide to a T, or you can goalpost the arms. I'm going to try to relax the right shoulder. Find depth in the twist. Now you'll notice when you're breathing, you can't take the breath real low in a twist, so work with the space you have. Squaring the shoulders towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Got the option to look over the right shoulder. Good. Come back to center. Grab the back of the hamstring. Lengthen this leg up towards the ceiling. Reach through the heel. Start to walk the hands behind the knee, up the calf. On the exhale, pull this leg a little closer to you. Now keep this left leg slightly engaged. Inhale, reach through the right heel. Exhale, pull the leg a little closer to you. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, find more depth. Good. Figure 4. Cross this right leg over the left. You've got the option to place the left foot onto the ground. Engage the ankles. If you're placing the foot on the ground, you can push the right knee forward. If you want to find more depth, reach through, grab the hamstring or the shin. Breathe here in this figure 4 position. Try to keep the chin towards the chest, neck is long, lower back is on the mat. Inhale, breathing into the body. Exhale, pull that left knee towards you. Try to take your elbow and draw the right knee towards the front of the room. Breathe here. Good. Go ahead. Unwind the legs. Straighten out that right leg. Pull that left knee towards the armpit. Supine twist. Bring this leg across the body. Extend the left arm off to the side or you can goalpost the arms. Good. Relax the left shoulder. Try to open the shoulders towards the ceiling. Breathe here. Now you'll hear me give you different cues to engage certain muscles and then to relax other areas of the body. This is that balance between tension and relaxation. This is helping us spread awareness throughout the body. And it might be hard to find this engagement and this relaxation, but over time we get used to it and we're actually able to consciously engage these specific muscles and then relax these specific muscles. So really give yourself time, be patient with this practice. Good. Go ahead, come back to center, grab the back of the hamstring, reach this left foot up towards the ceiling, reach through the heel, start to walk the hand behind the knee, perhaps up the shin. On the exhale breath, pull that left leg closer to you. Keep this right leg slightly engaged, lifting the kneecap of the right leg, flexing the toes towards you. Inhale, find length. Exhale, pull this leg a little closer to you. One more breath here. Lengthening through the back side of the left leg. Good. Come into the figure 4 position. Cross this left leg over the right. Again, you got the option to place the right foot on the ground and then push the left knee forward, engaging the ankles. Move slow. If you want to find more depth, reach through. You can grab the hamstring or the shin. Breathe here. The inhale creates space. The exhale, we find more depth. Great job. Unwind the legs, pull the knees into the chest, rock and roll along the spine. Good work. We'll come into a tabletop position. Roll yourself around, plant the palms underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. Spread the fingers out evenly. Good, nice firm tabletop. Push the palms down, push the shins down. Look over the left shoulder, let the hips sway to the right. Inhale, come to center. Look over the right shoulder, hips sway to the left. Inhale to center. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale, center. Look over the right shoulder, back and forth a few times. Work with the breath. This is a key part to our practice, to slow it down enough to let the breath happen first, and then the movement follows. Inhale, neutral tabletop. Cow pose, look up. Push the palms and shin downs, lift the tailbone. Exhale, cat pose, round through the back, chin to the chest. Push the palms down. Inhale, cow pose. Try to reach the chest through the arms, lift the tailbone. Exhale, cat, round through the back, push the shins down. Continue for a few cycles on your own. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. So take your time. Link the breath to the movement. One more cycle. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Neutral tabletop position. Let's stretch out our wrists. Take one hand, flip the fingers back so they're facing the knees. Now, if you can do both at the same time, go for it. Spread the fingers out evenly. Start to drop the hips back towards the feet. Push the heel of the palm down. Good. Now this is active, dynamic stretching. So we're not only pushing down and trying to lengthen in a linear way, but we're also expanding into the sides. Even in a forearm stretch, we're trying to expand up and down, but through the entire circumference of the forearms. We may need to visualize this at first, but eventually we'll start to feel it. If you're doing one hand at a time, go ahead and switch. Good, so we're actively stretching, pushing the forearms down, spreading the fingers out evenly. Nice work. Neutral position with the hands. Let's come into child's pose. Bring the big toes together, knees out wide. Drop the hips back and down. Extend the arms forward. Forehead comes to the mat. Now find the depth that works for you. Gently pushing the palms down, trying to sink the hips towards the heels. Breathe into the lower part of the lungs through the sides of the body, all the way up to the chest. Smooth exhale out the nose. 2 more breaths here. Great job. Come forward, tabletop, and we'll make our way into a plank pose. Plant the forearms into the ground, extend the legs behind you. Now engage the core, lift the belly button towards the spine, push the forearms down. Good, you want those forearms as even as possible, like goalpost. Try to lift the heels up, lift the hamstrings up, and now reach the heels back and reach the crown of the head forward. Breathe here. So this is a pose where the full body's engaged, but can we relax somewhere, maybe in the face? Can we relax with our breath? This is a tough practice, and there is no substitute for sweat, especially at the beginning. So work through it. You guys got it. One more inhale. Good. On the exhale, lower the hips down. Sphinx pose. Bring the feet about mat distance, and then readjust the arms so the elbows are under the knees. Push the palms down. Relax the lower back and the belly. Try to reach the chest through the arms. Breathe here. Relax the shoulders. Keep the neck long. One more breath. Inhale. Good. On the exhale, forehead comes down. Plant the palms by the ribs. Bring the feet back together. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift the chest up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, forehead comes down. Inhale, cobra pose. Pull the elbow tips towards the feet. Exhale, forehead comes down. One more. Inhale, cobra pose. Hold here. Hover the palms off the ground. Good. Keep the shoulders lifted. Keep the neck long. Eyes to the ground. Breathe. Well done. Plant the palms. Engage your core. Push yourself up to a tabletop position. And then we'll make our way to downward dog. Walk the palms a few inches to the top. Lift the heels, and then lift the hips up and back. Feel free to pedal out the feet, lifting one heel, drawing the other heel to the ground, going back and forth a few times. Feet are about hip distance apart. Palms are about shoulder distance apart. Good. Come into stillness. Draw the heels to the ground. A little bend into the knees. Push the palms down, focusing on the index finger knuckle. Try to lengthen the inner thighs up and back. Good. The head rests right in between the biceps. Try to rotate the biceps up towards the ceiling so the eye of the elbow is pointing towards the front and the elbow's pointing towards your feet. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the heels and palms down. One more breath here. Breathing into the belly through the sides of the body. Exhale. Push the heels and palms down. Next, inhale. Bend the knees. On the exhale, start to walk the feet towards the hands. Forward fold. Ragdoll. Uttanasana. Grab opposite elbows. Feet are about hip distance apart. Sway left to right. Try to relax the neck and the shoulders. Let everything just hang loose here for a few breaths. Deep bend into the knees so the torso is resting on top of the thighs. Release the back and the shoulders. Good. Release the hands to the ground. Make sure the toes are pointing forward. Feet can be hip distance apart or closer together. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands can come to the shins. Flatten the back, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, fold. Let's do it again. Inhale, half lift. Find the engagement. Gently squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep the neck long. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, half lift. Reach the crown of the head forward. Eyes to the ground. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, upward salute. Reach the arms up. Push the feet down. Reach through the fingers. Exhale, hands to the chest. Good, let's move with the breath here. Moving meditation. Toes point forward. Push the palms together. Exhale all the air out. Inhale, upward salute. Push the feet down. Reach through the fingers. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Keep the spine long. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, upward salute. Reach up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Moving meditation. Close the eyes if you're comfortable. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, upward salute, reach up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Let's keep it moving. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Look down, see the toes just beyond the knees. Biceps are by the ears. Breathe here. Now pretend there's a crack in between your feet and you're pulling that crack apart, engaging the outer thighs. Lift the chest. One more inhale. Exhale, fold it forward. Step the right leg back. Low lunge. Back knee comes to the ground. Now if you'd like, you can take a blanket underneath the knee for a little extra support. Hands to the hips. Go ahead. Rise on up. Now we want this front knee over the ankle. You can always walk this front foot towards the edge of the mat if you need more space in the hips. This back foot, you can keep the heel lifted. That'll make you more stable in the pose. If you want to find more depth, top of the foot on the ground. Good. Find a neutral position with the hips. We want to avoid this lower back bend. So see if you can push the pubic bone forward just slightly. Good. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, drop the hips towards the front heel. Find more depth. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, it's our opportunity to find more depth. Breathe here. Now we're not only breathing and lengthening upward, but through the sides of the body into the rib cage. So dynamic breath, dynamic stretch. Inhale, we find a lift and a lengthening. Exhale, we find depth. One more inhale. Good. On the exhale, half split, hands come to the ground. Straighten out the front leg. Flex the toes towards you. Now, if you need to readjust in any of these poses, make these adjustments. First coming in, adjust the feet where you need, and then find the shape and continue to refine. Inhale, reach the crown of the head forward, flex the toes towards you. Exhale, find more depth in this half split. Inhale. Exhale. Work to flatten out the back as best you can. Good. Now this left outer hip rotates back and down slightly. Last breath here. Good job. Inhale, back to the lunge pose. Shorten your stance a little bit. Reach the arms up. Bring the left hand to the knee as you exhale and lean across the body with the right hand. Push the front foot down. Start to look up and rotate the rib cage up. Breathe here. Now if you push this right knee and shin down, you'll be able to feel this rebound of energy lengthening you a bit more. So that's part of the engagement. Good. Inhale, both arms reach up. On the exhale, open twist. Stay tall here. Left arm behind, right arm in front. Push the feet down, squeeze the thighs together so you're stable in the lower half. Start to look back towards the hand behind you. Good. Keep reaching and expanding. Let's deepen the twist. Bring the palms together at the heart and then the elbow outside of the knee. Start to look up and slightly back. Breathe here. Great job. Unwind yourself, frame the front foot with the hands, lift this back leg off the ground, warrior two. Back foot spins down to about 90 degrees, front toes point forward, arms come out wide, gaze right over the fingertips. Good, now we build this pose from the feet up. Okay, we want this heel to arch alignment. Heel of the front foot aligns with the arch of the back foot. Push this big toe mound into the ground of the front foot. Try to lift the inner arch of the back foot. Now this right rib cage rotates behind you. And at the same time, we got to keep that front knee in line with the ankle. Look down, see if you could see the big toe just on the inside of the knee. So make these little adjustments. Refine the pose. Good. Now breathe into the belly, all the way up to the heart. Exhale, bend into the front knee, find more depth. Keep the engagement. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. On the exhale, extended side angle. Reach out long, forearm to the thigh. Other arm could reach straight up, or you point the fingers to the wall in front of you. Now pull the ribs in. Try to keep the left side of the body long. So if you got to come up a bit higher, come up. Good. Keep the spine and the sides of the body long. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Bring the hands to the hips. Point the toes in the same direction. Straighten out the legs, wide-legged position. Take an inhale, bring the arms out wide. On the exhale, interlace hands behind the back. Inhale, breathe into the chest. Exhale, fold it forward. Try to keep the bind if you can. Reaching the fist up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Relax the neck and the head. Breathe here. Work the breath in the body in each pose. Start to feel things loosen up. Continue with that Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose. Nice job. Release the hands to the ground. Point the toes forward, runner's lunge. Frame the front foot with the hands. Now readjust the feet. You got a solid lunge pose, and this is where these blocks come in handy. You can lift yourself up. So now we got better alignment. So wherever you're at, start to rock forward and back. Good. Step this back foot up. Feet together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, upward salute, reach up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Step the left leg back, low lunge. Back knee comes to the ground, hands to the hips. Good. Set the foundation up. You can walk the front foot to the edge, knee over the ankle. Get the hips in a neutral position. Try to draw the pubic bone forward slightly. Neutral position in the hips. Inhale breath, reach the arms up. Exhale, drop the hips towards the front heel. Good, work it here. Inhale, we find length up and through the sides of the body. Exhale, we find depth. Breathe. Gently pushing that front foot into the mat and anchoring the top of the back foot down so we're real stable. One more breath. Inhale, lifting up. Good. On the exhale, half split. Hands come to the ground. Straighten out the front leg. Adjust the feet where you need to. Now flex the toes towards you. Reach the crown of the head forward. Try to roll the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe here. You may even find yourself lift up a little bit as you inhale, feeling that expansion, and then on the exhale, finding more depth. Good. Now this right outer hip rotates back and down slightly. Breathe. Great job. Come back into the low lunge. Shorten your stance a little bit. Inhale, arms reach up. On the exhale, bring the right hand to the knee. Reach the left arm across the body. Palm facing down. Start to rotate the rib cage up and look up. Good. Lower half is really stable. Focusing that breath on the left side. Inhale, both arms reach up. On the exhale, open twist. Stay tall. Right arm behind, left arm in front. Push the front foot down. Push the back shin down. Breathe here. Start to look towards the fingers behind you. Good. Bring the palms together at the heart. Take an inhale breath. On the exhale, deepen the twist. Elbow outside a knee. Palm on top of palm. Start to look up and slightly back. Now working these palms towards the center of the chest. Lengthen the spine. Rotate the rib cage up. Good. On the exhale, frame the front foot with the hands. Lift this back knee off the ground. Warrior 2. Back foot spins at about 90 degrees. Front toes point forward. Rise on up. Arms reaching out long. Gaze over the fingertips. Refine the pose. Push the big toe mound down of the front foot. Lift the inner arch of the back foot by anchoring the pinky side edge of that foot into the ground. Rotate the left rib cage behind you. Good. Look down. See if you can see that big toe just on the inside of the knee. Now we're working to get this front thigh to 90 degrees. If we're not there, it's all good, but that's where we're working. So inhale, big breath in. On the exhale, find more depth. Slowly but surely, we'll get there. Inhale, exhale. Now pull the feet together. Push the feet apart. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose. Breathe into the belly. Relax the low back. Exhale, find more depth. Last breath. Inhale, reverse, reach up and back. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach the right arm forward. Forearm to the thigh. Other arm can reach straight up, or you can point the fingers forward. Drop the hips down, bend into the front knee. Rotate the rib cage up. Breathe here. This is a tough pose. You're going to feel it really in the lower half. You got it. Building strength. Inhale, reverse, reach up and back. Exhale, warrior 2. Bring the hands to the hips, point the toes in the same direction. Take an inhale breath, reach the arms out wide. On the exhale, interlace hands behind the back. Inhale, chest expansion. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Try to keep the bind. Breathe here. Try to reach the top of the head towards the ground. Reach the fist up towards the ceiling. Release the hands to the ground. Well done. Point the toes at the top of the mat. Runner's lunge. Readjust the feet. Solid pose right here. Inhale, reach the chest forward. Good. Stay on the exhale. Start to rock forward and back. Step this back foot up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, upward salute. Reach up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Inhale, upward salute. Arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms, plank pose. Full body engagement. Pull the core towards the spine. Reach the hamstrings up. Try to reach the crown of the head forward. Reach the heels behind you. Breathe here. Good. Pull the belly button towards the spine. Try to round through the upper back. Let's bring the knees to the mat, tabletop position. Readjust the hands and the feet and the knees so we're in alignment. Bring the hands a little closer towards the center of the mat. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Breathe here. Push the left palm down. Reach through the right hand. Good. On the exhale, bring this arm underneath. Bring the right ear to the mat. Bring some pressure into the right shoulder. Keep the hips lifted. Option to extend the left arm forward. Palm is facing up of the right hand. Breathe here. Try to squeeze the inner thighs together slightly. Keep the hips neutral. Good. Plant the left palm in front of the face. Inhale, reach on up. Circle this arm back and around. Inhale, comes forward. Exhale, rocking it back. One more circle. Good. Plant that right palm down. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Hold and breathe. Push the right palm down. Reach through the fingers. All the way up and through the fingers. Good. On the exhale breath, thread the needle. Bring this arm underneath. Left ear to the mat. Keep those hips lifted. Option to extend the right arm forward. Good. Plant the right palm in front of the face. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, roll that shoulder back, down, up and around. Good. Another cycle. One more big circle with that left arm. Good. Plant that palm down. Come to laying on your back. We'll make our way into bridge pose. Plant the feet into the ground about hip distance. Arms alongside the body, palms facing down. Point the toes forward. Walk the heels towards the hips. Good. Inhale, bridge pose. Lift the hips up. Hold and breathe. Option to interlace hands behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift up a little higher. Now gently squeeze the inner thighs together as if you have a block in between the thighs. Lift the pubic bone up. Breathe here. On the exhale, release the bind. Start to lower down. First the upper back, the middle back, and then the tailbone. Bring the feet about mat distance apart. Drop the knees to the left and to the right. Pull the knees into the chest, small circles on the lower back. Good. Circle in the opposite direction. Go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together. Plant the feet into the ground. Supta Baddha Konasana. Let the knees fall off to the sides. Left hand comes to the heart. Right hand to the belly. Take a few breaths to the palm on your belly, all the way up to the palm on your heart. Smooth exhale. Try to relax the inner thighs. This can be an intense pose, so stay with the breath. Breathing low and slow into the belly, in and out through the nose. Feel the belly lift, feel the chest lift, and the exhale brings release. Bring the hands to the knees, help the knees back in. Start to walk the feet towards the edges of the mat, then draw the knees in towards one another. Rest the arms alongside the body. Try to relax the lower back, relax the belly. Breathe low and slow into the lower part of the lungs. Start to extend the legs out. Final resting pose. Take a few moments here in meditation, feeling the benefits of the practice, and start to see if you can notice your internal energy and then the energy that surrounds you. Breathe here and relax. Nothing left to do except breathe and relax. If you have more time to stay in meditation, please do so. Meditation is a big part to our yoga practice, and some would say that the whole practice of asana is to prepare us for meditation. So if you've got more time, feel free to relax into this still space of inner peace and calmness. If you're ready to move on, bring some movement into the hands and the feet. Gently blink the eyes open. You can take a good morning stretch or pull the knees into the chest. You guys did a great job with the practice today. Well done. If you're finishing up and you'd like to finish in a nice seat, make your way into a seat. Sit up nice and tall. Relax the hands wherever's comfortable. Let's go ahead and take an exhale breath. Get completely empty. Then we'll take an inhale through the nose into the belly all the way up to the chest. And an open mouth exhale. If you'd like, you can bring the hands to the heart. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may my thoughts, words, and actions contribute to that happiness and freedom. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you, friends. This was a great practice. You're going to enjoy all the practice throughout this course, so stick with it. You're in the right spot. Feel the benefits. Tune in to yourself. Tune in to your energy when you're doing this practice. Tune in to your breath. And this is going to be an amazing journey for you. I'll see you guys in the next one.